Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney and I am here with my summer capsule wardrobe. And folks, we have a sponsored video today. I want to thank Vivaia for sponsoring today's video. These shoes are going in my capsule and I want to tell you about them here real quick. We're going to do the capsule video just a little bit differently than we've done in the past. I'm going to actually just show cutaways of me and a lot of the not a lot, but in some of the pieces. So, I'll pull them out and kind of show you, but that way you can actually see the pieces on me. It's a little more labor intensive on my part, but I really wanted to give you a good idea of my outfits for this summer. I am making a few pieces and we'll talk about those at the end, but really I didn't need to. I could have picked everything. Honestly, everything that's here would be sufficient for an entire summer capsule wardrobe. But let me tell you today about Vivaia. If you are not familiar with them, they are a shoe company that does recycled shoes. I was asked to pick one of their vibrant fun pair and then also one of their classic pairs. I went with the same style. This is the Margot 2.0, but in both a bright green and in the tan woven. They're so good and they're so comfortable. I did not take these on my trip to Italy because I only received them like a week and a half before we left and I didn't want to take a shoe that I hadn't worn enough. But since they're so comfortable, so comfortable. So let me tell you a little bit about Vivaia and then I will tell you about these shoes specifically and then I have a coupon code for you all. Okay, so Vivaia is it's a chic brand of footwear that focuses on creating stylish and sustainable footwear that is both eco-friendly and responsible, which is something that I've been eyeing this company about for quite some time. All of their packaging that you're seeing here, this is all recyclable materials. It can all go right back into the recycling, as well as these shoe inserts. All the products themselves are made by using recycled materials and 3D technology. So the Vivaia team has established a zero waste process to create a seamless 3D knitted design for the ultimate combination of comfort and function. Each pair of shoes is the reincarnation of 6 plastic bottles that come from either city waste or the ocean And like I mentioned, all the packaging is created using 100% recycled cardboard. And this month, Vivaia's second anniversary is currently underway. So you're going to want to make sure and follow them over on Instagram. I will leave it down below, but it's Vivaia_official for a whole bunch of big discounts that they're offering this month because of that 2-year anniversary. I have again chosen 2 pairs, a classic pair and a bright, vibrant pair. There is a 45-day return exchange policy worldwide. And these shoes in particular, not all of their shoes, but a lot of their shoes are machine washable and fast drying. And these pair that I'm showing you right here are both of those. They have that capability. The other great thing about the Margot 2.0, there must have been a Margot 1.0, but these are the Margot. These come in so many wonderful patterns, and there's an embroidered pairs. There's a whole bunch of different styles that are really fun to go look at. I do have a 10% off your order code, which is VLOVE. Put that in at the checkout and you can get 10% off a complete order. I highly recommend this particular style. Again, I've been wearing both of these. They have a cushioned insole and arch support inside of them. They are very flexible, super comfortable. Again, recycled material. They're knitted, so you can see the texture difference in these 2 pairs. This one's kind of a woven, and then this one has more of like a striation in those. Anyway, I love, as Jennifer McMurray always says on her podcast, her Everyday Style School podcast, shoes make a huge difference. Your outfit is only as good as your shoes. So if you can find a really good pair of comfortable shoes, they have wide widths as well. I don't have a horribly hard foot to fit. I have a wider foot, although this is the regular. I didn't get the wide version. And I have really high arches, but I found these to be extremely comfortable and breathable. And the insoles are like odor resistant insoles that are in there as well, which is great. And again, they're washable and fast drying. So you can pop them into the wash and they'll look just brand new. So that is today's sponsor. I've really been eyeing them. There are a couple of different, there's a heeled version that has kind of the Chanel style with the black toe and a tan heel. I'm really eyeing those. The price point is great, but I'm really eyeing those, especially with the 10% off coupon for fall, because it's a nice thick chunky heel, which I find very comfortable. But they've got some really cute styles, as well as some really cute embroidered options and some crochet look type styles. And again, they're all recycled. It's a very sustainable and eco-friendly brand. So if that is your thing, definitely go give them a try. All of it's linked down below, and go follow them on Instagram because they are offering a lot of deals for their anniversary. Okay, let's get started. So the way I'm going to do this, set those down. The way that I'm going to do this is I'm going to go through each of my pieces like I normally would. Again, if you're a newsletter subscriber, you've gotten access to my PDF that shows you what I'm using for my closet with links, as well as what I'm going to be making. Also, these are all clickable links that are in that PDF, but I also have bare ones for you to fill out for yourself. So let's really quickly talk about my color palette. As you guys know, I like to sew and dress in a color palette. I had my colors done by Color Guru, highly recommend it. But even if you don't have your colors professionally done, if that's not your thing, that's fine. I do recommend having a color palette for your closet, even if it's just something that you throw together for yourself. I just find it makes a much more cohesive closet. Everything kind of goes together. So even though I'm working from 6 colors for this capsule, I have other pieces that are in my closet right now, such as neither of these pieces are in my summer capsule, but it's a little chilly today. So I say chilly, it's like in the low 70s today. So I've just got my Bennett pants on, and it's yellow top, but this all goes with my pieces. These are just my core pieces here for my capsule. I will also leave it. I've used the Everyday Style capsule guide as kind of a framework for my pieces here. I'll have that link down below if you're interested in purchasing that. It does come with the style circle now, but the price is the same. So you can buy the capsule for $49, and it just gives you 3 months access to the style circle, which gives you access to all of her master classes, the Facebook group, some live stuff. They're changing things up a little bit, but you can still, I got the summer capsule for the normal price. It just has more stuff added to it now. Or you can go ahead and just do the monthly subscription to the Style Circle, and then the capsules are included in that. So if that's your thing. I just did the $49 to get the summer capsule, and that's the framework that I'm kind of using. However, it's not just these pieces that are in my closet. I have a few other things that I pulled down as well. And because I work from a color palette, of a very cohesive color palette in general, everything goes together. So it makes a very, again, cohesive closet. Okay, so that's just kind of where I'm coming from with this. Also included in the capsule guides are calendars that have outfits like laid out for you, which I find to be very helpful in a pinch. I don't always choose that day's outfit for whatever I'm doing, but I keep a printout of that calendar in my closet, and I've plugged in things of my own into spots so I can kind of go off there. Although I didn't put everything into my capsule that they had listed on the capsule guide, only because I'm learning more about myself and what I wear and that sort of thing. But it's very helpful to have just kind of a guide and ideas of different outfits that you can put together throughout the 3 months that the capsule goes for. Okay, let's get into my pieces and I'll talk you through this. All right, we'll start with tops here. So first off, I've got, my color palette. So the color palette I'm working with is actually very similar to the color palette that they're using for the actual capsule. That rarely happens that I do the same thing that they do. But I am working with the colors of ivory, navy, which for me is really more of just a dark blue, although I hardly have any pieces. There's just like hints of the dark blue / navy in this wardrobe. I am making one thing that I'll talk about here at the end, but the navy, and then I'm going with tan, which I have a tan on my color card that is kind of a natural color. I actually don't, I also kind of throw mustard in there as kind of one of my tan / browns, just because I can. But you will see one of the pieces of shorts, actually, a pair of shorts I'm planning to make in a natural colored linen is kind of that warmer, natural color, for lack of a better word, but like a pale tan. And then for my brighter colors, I am using the bright spring green, which I used in my spring capsule. I'm using orange, which I also used in the spring capsule. And then I'm using the salmon pink, which is a pink that I can wear really well. And I really just have that in a couple of spots as well, but I'll also be adding to that as well. We'll talk about that at the end of the video. All right, so that is the color palette that I am working with. So starting off with tops, I am adding my Concord, short sleeve Concord. I mean, it's a white tee. And I keep saying I probably need to redo this. I'm going to try and get the summer out of it. And then it's going to be time. I think next spring I'm going to have to make myself a new short sleeved ivory Concord. I mean, just a white t-shirt only lasts so long, right? But I'm also going to throw in my Itch to Stitch Lago tank. This is also in a cream viscose jersey from Minerva. This pattern is a free pattern. It's kind of got a racer back to it a little bit, so you kind of have to fiddle with your bra straps a little bit, or just do the racer style bra straps that are in there. I just think that this is a nice, easy breezy tank. I wore this when we were in Rome. It was just easy for layering. I think it'd be cute. I mean, my overalls, my Meadow overalls are still in my closet, even though they didn't make it into the actual capsule. I'll probably still be wearing those occasionally, but I think this would be really cute underneath that as well. So it's not a fitted tank. It's a little bit looser, which I'm seeing a lot of those styles as I was looking through the capsule guides. All right, next up, a lot of Concords and Carlisles. So the Carlisle is a t-shirt that comes with the club, the Cashmerette Club. It was, one of their first, like their second pattern that they released. You only have access to this pattern if you have the all access. And I think they were running a deal on that, so it might be something to check into. But that is a yearly purchase, but it's the Concord, but it's got a couple of different sleeve variations, and it has the square neckline, which I find to be very beautiful. But I have this salmon colored one that is in a cotton modal that I got from Stylemaker Fabrics. I am also adding in my striped Concord. This is a 3/4 length sleeve. I did hack the neckline on this. There's actually a video for how I hacked the neckline on this. I'll pop that up there. But I don't like the way I finished the neckline on this one. I made a similar one that I wear in the fall and winter that's long sleeved, and I like that neckline finish better, which actually that video is with that neckline finish. But this neckline is still holding fine, and I do like the shorter sleeves for the warmer weather. So this one has come back into my closet. It's more like an elbow length sleeve. It's not a short sleeve. It's not a 3/4 sleeve, more of an elbow. But this works really, really well for the warmer months because it's just a little bit shorter sleeve. And this is a cotton jersey. It's held up really well in my closet. Next, this is also coming back from my spring capsule, but this is the another Carlisle that I've got with the shorter sleeves, and the shorter sleeves may have come from the Concord, I can't remember. But the Carlisle body, I just love a good square neck. I think this is a fun pop of color, and I'm looking forward to pairing this with all of the bottoms that I've got here that we'll get to here in a minute. But yeah, this is my green Carlisle. I just love this color. I also got, this is a cotton jersey that I got from Stylemaker. It was one of those that they just had in some random colors there for a little bit, and then they sold out, but I did grab this. Next up are two ready-to-wear tees, kind of. This is my t-shirt that I refashioned. This is a shirt I grabbed when we were in Disney World back in October. You guys saw this in my spring capsule. I used the Closet Core core t-shirt pattern as kind of a as a pattern. I laid it on top of a ready-to-wear t-shirt. I have a video on how I did that in the event t-shirt up here. But this was a men's 2XL because the neckline is bigger, which I want. I don't want quite a choking neckline. I don't really like the crew neckline, but then that gives me plenty of room to make a boxier t-shirt. So this is a re-hacked and redone ready-to-wear shirt. And then I also pulled this graphic tee. This is just from Old Navy. I just like the colors on this. This was for Women's Day last spring, and it's just got some fun colors, and it's kind of fun to throw on with a few different bottoms, put a topper on, and you're kind of set and ready to go. All right, next, I've got a ton of tanks, and I've talked about this a little bit, but this is the Love Notion Summer Basic Tank. I have this pattern in my cutting table, and a lot of times when I'm cutting out t-shirts, I'll just pull the pattern out and, use the leftover bits of fabric to cut out a tank. I have a ton of tanks now, though, so it's been a while since I've done that. I'll just have to wait till some of these wear out. But this is also a fabric, a cotton jersey I got from Style Maker the same time I got the green. Love this color, this pale orange. It's like an orange sherbet color. It's one of my favorite colors to wear. And I had a title dress in this that got ruined, but this was fabric, the same fabric. So holding on to my tank for a little bit, although I found some Ponte and I'm remaking that title dress, but this is a great color, and I think it'll be a fun little pop, and a kind of neutral just because it's a lighter color to be able to pair with a lot of the bottoms as well. And it's nice to have a tank for layering, or just if it gets really hot to wear as is. Next up, we've got some blouses. My Rhapsody, I love this Rhapsody. This is the Love Notions Rhapsody. You guys have seen this quite a bit. The colors in it just go perfectly with the my capsule colors this time around, with the green, and there's some of that salmon pink, and there's a little bit of that dark blue. A little bit of orangey red kind of pops in there. I just love this shirt, and it's a rayon challis, so it, even though it's got a longer sleeve on it, it's got like a 3/4 length the bishop sleeve on it. It's still very cool and very easy to wear, even in the hottest of days. And it's going to pair really great with a lot of these bottoms. I'm also adding in my salmon colored Seychelles top by Itch to Stitch. Love this thing. It's just kind of a fun color, and I'm excited to bring a little bit of my pink into the capsule, because I used to wear a ton of pink, and then I had my colors done and realized the color of pink I was wearing was doing me absolutely no favors, like opposite of, actually. So I really, and I never thought I could wear yellows and oranges, so I really delved head first into reds, yellows, and oranges, because I always thought I was a cool color palette. Turns out I'm a very warm color palette. Like my color palette, of my guideposts, when you have your colors done, it's if you're light or dark, muted or clear, and then warm or cool. And then of those three, one will be dominant, and then that kind of determines your season. I am light, clear, and warm is actually my dominant one. So who knew? But now that I, kind of gotten that not out of my system, I love wearing, like I said, the oranges, but I'm ready to bring a little bit of my pink back into my wardrobe, which is a very warm salmony pink. So I have been making a few items, as you can see, between my Carlisle and then this Seychelles top. So I'm excited to bring this a little bit more into my summer wardrobe. I love the silhouette. It's a lot of fun and looks great with the bottoms as well. And then finally, for things that are already in my closet, I've added in my Love Notions ballad blouse. This is in a rayon crepe. Technically mustard isn't in my capsule, but all of this goes well together. So I'm wearing this as kind of my tan brown. I love this top, and I kind of forgot about it. It was in my upstairs closet, and when I was switching things over, I was like, oh my gosh, because it pushes. In fact, it's very wrinkled right now. It needs a good steaming before I wear it. But I'm like, I love this shirt, and I kind of forgot about it. So this is the option that has the shirring up here at the yoke. There's also a gathered option, but it's just a really loose, breezy blouse that I think can be dressed up and down really, really easily. So I'm very excited to have this back in my closet for summer, and to have this the forefront of my closet so that it gets worn quite a bit. All right, next up are bottoms. I have a couple of ready-to-wear bottoms here. Number one, I am going to leave my Accrue jeans in my closet, just because, every now and again when we dress up for the evening, even if it is the heat of summer, I can put this on with a tank. But sometimes I just like to have a jean on just to feel a little bit more put together. I also like to wear white jeans sometimes to church in the summer. I don't always wear a dress sometimes because it gets kind of chilly in highly air-conditioned areas. And where I serve in the 5th and 6th grade area, the students center, it gets very cold. It's always cold in there. So having some pants options is always really nice. So I'll be keeping my white jeans in the wardrobe. Likewise, I bought these jean shorts from Loft last summer, and wore them a ton. And so these came back in. they're just easy. They're comfortable. I feel like they fit me good, or fit me well. Excuse me. My language or English instructor mother just probably her ears just started bleeding there. Anyway, very excited about bringing these back in. I've already worn these a few times. It's just nice to have a casual pair of shorts. I am, of the things I'm making, well, I don't have any dresses to show you because I am making 3 new dresses for the capsule. But bottoms, I really needed some new shorts. These are coming in. These are my Belize shorts that are in the ivory heavyweight linen from the fabric store. I have had these for quite a few seasons. They're getting a little worn out in the crotch just from friction because I've worn them so much. This is the pleated version of the Belize shorts, but I've reprinted the pattern. I actually printed off a size too big on this. I have tightened up the back elastic so they fit me fine, but I went ahead and printed off. I don't know why I printed off a 10 when I made these. I don't remember. Maybe it's because of my waist measurement. I don't know. But I am making a size 8. I mean, I wear an 8 with a D cup and itch to stitch like across the board. I have to be really on the higher end of my heavier side to have to bump up to a 10, and even then I find that I will then might fluctuate back down just a little bit and then they're too big. So I just need to stick with the 8. I don't know why. But these have worked fine, and I've worn the living daylights out of these. So these will be coming back in, but I am looking to replace these with a few pairs of shorts, and we'll talk about what I'm going to be making at the end, but you are going to see quite a few pairs of shorts just because I need a few more. All right, and then 2 skirts. This is the Sybil skirt by Love Notions, and this was a version that I made when they re-released the pattern on the new block that they've got, and I was a tester for that. I made 2 of the faux wrap styles. I love this thing, and I kind of forgot about it. I had it folded up in my drawer, and again, I was going through my drawers and all that and pulling things out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect. So for those of you that don't know, I just got back from a trip to Italy, and one of the things that I was very inspired by all the fashion and just art in general while we were over there, but a lot of skirts, a lot of people wearing midi-length skirts, a lot of dresses, and I will definitely be making a lot of dresses this summer, even more than I'll talk you through today. But I'm like, I need to pull this out, and I need to make a point of wearing more skirts. So this it's a leopard print. It's actually a double brush poly, which can be warm in the summer, but it's a skirt. So we'll see how it goes. And if it just gets too hot, then we'll reassess. But I just want to see if I can get some good wear out of this because I haven't worn this a ton. So I'm very anxious to see if I can try styling it a few different ways with a few different pairs of shoes. I think it would be great with both my neutral Vivaia as well as my bright green, just kind of depending on what I want to put on top to really change the look. You know, a lot of flats. In fact, all my shoes here are flats, but I do have some heels if I wanted to dress it up. I've got my nude heels that are also like a sandal. I have a strappy sandal that I could also wear, but loving this and excited. I'm really excited to try pairing this and challenging myself to wear this skirt unless it just gets too hot. And then finally, my Itch to Stitch Tarioko is definitely coming in. This is a white denim skirt. I wore this a couple of times when we were in Rome, when it was very hot, and I loved how this all paired with all of my different pieces. I love tucking things in, wearing it with a little belt, and I think it's just really cute, and it just a little bit upscale, very similar to wearing a pair of shorts, but a little bit more elevated. I just feel a little bit more put together in a skirt, so it'll be great for lunches, dinners out, you know, church even. Just a really great little, just everyday wear, you know, because I find skirts and dresses to be more cooler in the summer anyway. So that will be coming in as well. And then finally, the good old Metro Blazer in the ivory is coming back in as a topper. Now, I do have a couple of pieces that I'll be talking you through here in a second that I'm going to be making that could also work as toppers, which is why I've only included just this one as a topper, because I have 2 shirts, well, one's a dress and one's a shirt that I'm making that could also be used as toppers if necessary for all of that air conditioning. But I just love this Metro Blazer, and this just gets worn all the time. So if you don't have a neutral Metro Blazer in your life yet, you need to get one. I have just worn the living daylights out of this thing. All right, then as far as accessories, I've got my 2 Vivaia shoes that are going into my capsule. I mean, just a lot of fun just to bring that green in, as well as just a neutral. If I've got a lot of color going on, I think a neutral is always great to have in your wardrobe. I'm also bringing in my orange Dolce Vita sandals, as well as my Birkenstocks. These are just so comfortable. These served me so well when we were in Rome. Very comfortable, and they're fun. I like the ivory and I like the buckle on these. And then also, I think it's nice to have a pair of tennis shoes. So my white leather sneakers will be coming in as well. I probably won't wear these as much in the summer just because I tend to be more slip-on shoe in the summer. It's just faster, easier, keeps you cooler. But there are occasions where, we're going to be doing a lot of walking, doing some shopping, whatever, that a good leather sneaker comes in handy. So this will be staying, my shoes don't go anywhere, but this will be staying in the forefront of my closet so I can easily grab it. And then finally, I have two purses that are staying at the front. This is my little straw bag. I got this in Mackinac Island last summer when we went with my parents. And it's got such a cute little lining. Isn't that cute? But just a cute little going out bag, going out in the evening, little straw bag, fun for the summer. As well as my other purse that I've just been wearing, my Madewell purse that I've been wearing all season as well. All right, so there we have it. Oh, and a hat. I am bringing a hat in. I got to show you guys this hat. This is from Sanibel, and there is a bait and tackle shop there called Whitney's. Whitney's Bait and Tackle. So my husband, my parents go down there, and my husband has a few of these hats. So, there's an occasion where I go out and I need to be able to wear some coverage. I talked about how I have a big head and hats don't fit me well, but I will be wearing my hat this summer. The orange just goes really well with my capsule, and it's got my name on it. And he wears them too, which I think is really cute when he puts on the Whitney's hat. I feel like I've labeled him, branded him. But there you have it. That is everything currently in my closet, and that will be going into my capsule. So now let's take a minute and we will talk about the things I'll be making for my capsule this summer. Okay, so I have 7 things that I have on my list here of things that I'm going to make. Again, I would be fine just wearing what's on this rack behind me, but let's go ahead. There's a lot of sewing I want to do this summer. In fact, it's going to go well beyond what I've got, these 7 things. I have a couple of things I'm making for my daughter. Just she needs some shorts. I've got a few things I'm making for Jenny. And then I just want to sew all the things. Again, I was very inspired when we were in Italy, and I want to make all the dresses and all the things. So there is going to be a ton of sewing this summer. But these are just some things that I would be nice to have in my closet. I don't need them, but would be very nice to have in my closet. And I've talked about most of these. So for starters, a lot of this is what I wanted to try and take to Rome. That didn't happen. But let's go through these. I have one shirt, 1, 2, 3/4 bottoms, and then 3 dresses. So that's 8. But we'll talk through the shorts here in just a second. All right. So for the top, I talked to you guys through this. I have this ivory crinkle linen that I got from Minerva that I think I bought 4 yards of it with the intention of making a 2-piece outfit out of this. This was one of the things I wanted to try and get made for Rome that didn't happen, but I'm going to be making the Archie shirt by Style Arc. Still planning on making that. I think it's just a fun silhouette. That's one thing, I've really nailed my basics, I feel like, in the past 2 years of sewing. And now my style guide posts are classic, current, and chic, but I want to stay current. So I want to keep trying different silhouettes that are kind of a twist of classic, which is kind of what I lean towards. I think the Archie is fun because it's boxy, it's a little bit cropped, but it's still a button-up shirt. So I'm excited to try it and to see how I like about it. I've got the pattern all ready to go. I'm just waiting on this. I didn't want to cut it out though until I had the pant pattern, because I'm going to make a matching pair of pants, and I'm going to try and use the fabric as economically as possible. So I wanted to cut those out at the same time. But for the shirt, I'm making the Archie woven shirt from Style Arc. And then for the bottoms, I'm going to be making the Style Arc bob pants. I've had a lot of people recommend these to me. They just kind of have that, what's that leg style? It's kind of like a balloon style leg a little bit, which looks very interesting to me and I think will help balance my particular figure out really nicely. But I've purchased that, and as soon as I like to print off my Style Arc patterns because I just buy the single size because I know what size I am in Style Arc. And I know exactly what fit adjustments I need to make. So I just buy the single size, and it does come with the size above and a size below when you buy the single size. But then when I have those printed off large scale, I just have to cut them out. I don't have to worry about trying to cut out my size because it's just one single size, which is I find that to be quite handy. So I'm waiting for that to come from PDF Plotting, but as soon as it does, I'll make the adjustments to the pant pattern and then cut out my Archie and my bob and have a little two-piece set in cotton gauze that I can wear together or separately. So the bob are the first pair of pants I'll be making as well. All right. Next up, I want to make a pair of neutral, and this is very much like a natural colored linen from my stash. I had this when I was actually making a lot of kids' clothes, baby clothes, but I want to make another pair of Belize shorts. I think I may do the pleated on this one. I can't decide. I may do the pleated on this one and then do the plain front on another pair here in a second. But yes, I'm going to make the Belize shorts out of this. I'm just not sure if I'm doing the pleated version or the plain front version with this one. And then I have two other linens. So this is 100% linen, and this is also 100% linen. And I bought both of these, I think last year from Style Maker. Look at those colors. I was just going to pick one. Both of these colors are obviously in my capsule, but I mean, I feel like I could add a little bit of green and a little bit of pink to the wardrobe. So while I have the patterns out, I might just make up both of them. I think only the pink pair are on my list, but I may make a green one as well. So for the pink, I want to go with the, the Brampton, the Itch to Stitch Brampton shorts. I was not able to be a tester on that pattern when it came out. Actually, there's quite a few Itch to Stitch patterns that have come out somewhat recently. I just didn't have time to test. So, and I really want to try them out. So I'm going to do the Brampton shorts. They're kind of a paper bag waist effect, which can be a little tricky on a short torso like me, but I do want to try them. It's got belt loops and a cute little sash that can go with them. So the pink pair are going to be the Brampton, and then I think the green pair are going to be another pair of Belize, and they will either be pleated or flat front, the opposite of what I make the neutral pair. So I'm making 3 pairs of elastic backed shorts. Well, the Brampton are elastic all the way around, but the Belize are just the elastic in the back. So nice and comfortable, perfect for fluctuating waistlines like I have. So those are all my bottoms. And then the rest of this you've seen, and I've actually already cut them out. So I'm just showing you little pieces. I had this, I really wanted to try and get done before Rome, and it didn't happen. But for the 3 dresses that I'm making, I am doing one. This is going to be the Max tunic. This is the collar piece. But the Max tunic from Style Arc. And it's got this fun little Italian scene on it with all sorts of fun colors, but it's a button-up shirt dress. It's tunic style. I didn't shorten it. I'm leaving the length as is so that I can wear it as a dress, but I can also wear it as a duster, or I could wear it as a shirt and just hike it up and tie it at the waist. This is a cotton lawn, so I think that would work, but you know, we'll give it a try. I'll play around with different ways that I can style this. I think tucking it in is going to be too much. It'll just be way too much length to try and tuck into anything. But you could do a cool like half tuck maybe. I don't know. We're going to play around with it. It depends on how long it ends up being on my body. But I'm very excited to play around with styling this, and the fabric is going to be perfect. And even though it's really lightweight cotton lawn, it's not see-through. So I'm excited to get this one made up. And obviously I've got it cut out and fused and ready to go. The next up, I am making the Love Notions title dress. I'm actually making it 2 of them, but only the coral one's going to make it into this capsule, or the orange one. But I'm doing the maxi version, and I'm going to do the sleeveless version. So this is one of the this is the neckband for it. Got it all cut out and ready to go. I also cut out the one that I'm using, that I'm going to recreate, the one that I destroyed. I've got that all cut out in the Ponte as well, so I'll sew those at the same time. But really looking forward to the sleeveless maxi. I think I'll just get a lot of wear out of this all summer long, to wear it either sleeveless or to layer things over it, just kind of depending on what's happening. I wear my midi slash maxi length Wonderlust dress, sleeveless Wonderlust dress, like all the time in the summer. So I think that this is going to be it's a similar silhouette. So I think I'll get a lot of wear out of this. And then finally, for my last dress, this was another itch to stitch pattern that I didn't get a chance to sew, but it's the tungsten dress. I just think it is so cute with that little tie that's integrated into the dress. I have it all cut out. It's such an interesting looking pattern. I can't wait to sew it up, but I'm using this dark blue Ponte that I got from Distashify. So this is one of my Distashify fabrics that I got in May, and I kind of talked about that I wanted to make a summer little black dress. Well, little navy dress for me. Well, that's what this is going to be. I'm going to do the short sleeve version, and I think it would be really cute to wear with sneakers, as well as dressing it up with heels or wearing it with any of my flats. It's above the knee dress. I think it's just going to be really versatile for the warmer months, and I'm very excited about getting it made up. And this is one of my Distashify makes. So there you have it. That is everything for my summer capsule. Now, like I mentioned on Sunday, I have a ton of sewing that I want to do, and I think I may go back to the old school plans for June, makes for June. Plans for July, makes for July. Just through the summer months. If that's something you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments below. But I just think that there's just so much sewing I want to do, and I just want to slow down. And I say slow down, there's a ton of sewing I want to do, so I don't know how slow I'll be going, but I just really want to dive into things I don't have to do, but things that I can just be creatively led to do. And I think that's important, and I want to take you guys along with me, of course, through all of that, because that's what keeps the spark in the hobby alive, right? It makes us all excited about sewing our own clothes. So that's kind of, you're going to see a ton of dresses. I have a ton of fabric pulled for the summer, so stay tuned. There'll be a lot more than these 3 dresses that end up in my wardrobe, I'm sure. All right, guys, that is it for today's video. Thank you again to Vivaia for sponsoring today's video. And again, if you're interested in a pair of shoes, code VLOVE will get you 10% off your order. So make sure you use that coupon code if you are interested in shopping as well. All right, guys, that's all I have for today. I will see you guys again on Friday. Have a good week and get some sewing in. Bye.